Everyone, Lionblade here, and today welcome to our very first Geek Bros Lion and Multi-Voice Reviewer Squad podcast.
Hello, everybody. I am Michael A. Grimm, aka Multi-Viewer. I am many voices, but one opinion.
And today we have a special guest. I've known this guy for 4 years, and he is a good streamer, a good loyal friend, and he's always liking the way I do make him laugh. So let's introduce Pastor Dave. Hello, Pastor.
Hey, do welcome.
Hello?
How are you doing today?
Is the podcast on?
It's on.
Yeah.
What's the top?
Nintendo. What's
Nintendo. I thought we were talking about Sega.
I was asking my good friend here if Sega was actually part of Nintendo, because I remember some of the Sonic games being part of the Nintendo GameCube and stuff.
It isn't.
Well,
They had
but lately, they've done the Olympic Games in each other's countries.
Exactly. But I actually I haven't talked to you in almost a year or so, hasn't it?
You called in a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, I feel like that's the only time I ever talked to you. But yeah, I've loved Nintendo so much that I've played it since I was like a year old.
Oh wow!
I literally have pictures of me playing the Sega Genesis and stuff as like a year old after my first surgery. But what is your favorite Nintendo character?
My favorite of all time?
Yeah.
Probably Charmander.
Char!
He's pretty cool. I was going to say he's pretty cool, but his tail's on fire. He's actually pretty hot.
Just like Noodles.
You know what I mean?
My all-time favorite. Favorite was Simon Belmont from the Castlevania games. I just have a soft spot for video games where you have to battle against Dracula, because deep down inside, I always feel like I want to kick Dracula's ass. I mean, bring it on, bloodsucker.
Do you know who my favorite Nintendo character is?
Well, what?
It's me, Mario. Woohoo!
That was Yoshi doing that.
Let's hear your impression. I bet you can't do it better.
Who, me or David?
You.
Hey, Mario! Thank you for starting my game. On the Princess Peach, I'm coming to save you.
Wow. Now I feel terrible. I mean, at least I try. That's all that counts, right? Is that I try.
Always remember me as Sonic the Hedgehog, since I always do a good Sonic.
Oh, yeah. Can you do any impressions, Dave?
I could do it. Which one you want me to do?
I know you tried doing Joker a couple times.
Oh yeah, but I've already got like multiple videos on my YouTube of me doing the Joker.
Oh yeah. Funny is, I haven't seen you post anything in a while.
Yeah, I've got a different Twitch channel I've been posting to. Just recently, 1,000 follows on that one.
Cool.
Right. But if you could be part of any Nintendo game, which one would it be?
Well, any Nintendo game I wanted, probably Final Fantasy.
That's Nintendo?
It did start at that game when it came out. It was the first Final Fantasy game they made back then.
Huh, I didn't know that they were Nintendo at first. Huh.
Yeah, they even made a game, Square Enix, called
Is-
Super Mario RPG.
Is it weird that they actually make?
Yeah,
There is one thing I've always wondered. I've always seen that they make games that aren't related to Nintendo, but make them for the Nintendo Switch or Nintendo GameCube and stuff. Like I've
Like
seen,
what?
like I've seen some like Disney games for Nintendo or Nintendo Switch. I've seen like um like Disneyland Adventures for the Xbox when the Xbox isn't really, or I've seen like Disney basketball for the GameCube and stuff like this, and they're not really Nintendo. Have you ever wondered that? How they, unless they like partner up with them?
Yeah, they must have paid them off or something.
I think so too. The thing I remembered in my childhood when Nintendo came out, my grandma, she had an eye for good quality video games and even ones that has better gamings, better graphics and all. Atari came out, she bought this something called the Coleco. Then after that, during the video game stock market crash, and then Nintendo came out, pretty much changed everything. I started playing Nintendo games when I was like, I would say probably 6 or 7 years old, and the only game I loved playing the most was the Three Stooges game because I always have a soft spot for the Three Stooges. And around I didn't have a Super Nintendo and or a Sega. I've been hearing about them against one another. And when my grandma, when she found a Sega Genesis and a Super Nintendo on clearance, came out buy both of them. She asked me to choose. So I wanted to try the Super Nintendo, but when I saw Sonic the Hedgehog, I was more interested in him than Mario. So I bought Sega Genesis. When I heard about the Nintendo 64, I wanted a Nintendo 64, but my grandma gave me a PlayStation. I became a die-hard PlayStation ever since.
So you're more of a PlayStation guy, basically.
But I do have a Nintendo 64 and a Nintendo Wii, though.
I mean, I started out as a Nintendo person, but I got really into the Nintendo 4, the PlayStation 4. Because you can stream.
Got a question.
What's up?
Let's say that Nintendo was like your ex-wife and PlayStation was your nephew. Now, who would you buy a birthday present for first?
Nintendo Next One.
Really?
Well, she's my ex-wife. Only thing she'll be getting is my alimony. But of course, I've never been married, so I don't know. I'll probably be more focused to my nephew.
You crack me up sometimes, don't you know? Do you know that? How long have I known you? Only like maybe like a month or so, and you like every time we talk, and every time we talk, you and me crap each other up. I didn't say crap.
Ah,
I hang out with I hang out with Pastor so much that I end up starting to talk like him now.
Curiosity, why are you called Pastor?
Because it's because
Really?
he does stuff on Twitch where on Sundays where he does his own like church stuff.
yeah, I posted a link in the general. It's called Bible Boys. We got a congregation of about 500 strong in a church Discord. We got sermons all the time, spreading the love of Jesus. Amen.
Wow, interesting.
Yeah.
Kind of like us, but for us, we do impressions to make people smile and bring joy. People.
Oh yeah, that's cool.
I call myself multi-voice reviewer. I always like to talk about things, and I just make people laugh with my impressions more than on people things that I do a lot of research of. And I'm also a huge history nut, so I like to dig in a couple of histories and just put into people's brains.
Oh, okay.
Like mine. You have to dig into my brain a lot. I can't even say one word without him feeling like I'm trying to make him laugh so hard. I made him laugh so hard that he said, "Why? Just why?"
So you do a lot of good like historic impressions?
Who?
Oh, can only the only impression I can do is I can do Humphrey Bogart and Edward G. Robinson, and I also can do
the gangsters type. Can you do like a Smiley Wallace?
I heard of Smiley Wallace.
Oh, okay, but you said you could do Edward G. Robinson.
See, no mess with the frogs. See, where's my shine now?
Oh yeah, that's good. Lion Blade, what's your best impression?
My best impression was the first impression I ever done, and it is James Connery, Sean Connery, out of a Shin Martini, speaking all stirred.
Ah, Sean Hannity. He's always a good one to do.
Do you really want to hear my impression?
Go ahead.
If you do, you're gonna laugh because even Moti knows this. I made people laugh so hard with this one that people can't last 1 minute through the video without it, or like a second without hearing it. Let's see.
Go ahead.
Hello, Jackson. How are you today? I'm Minnie Mouse. Can you please come hang out? Because Mickey wants.
Is Paris? Oh, is that Paris Hilton?
That's called that Paris Hilton. This is Paris Hilton. So hot.
I see.
That was probably Minnie, because I did a voice over Minnie Mouse on a video I did with Moti.
I thought it sounded familiar.
Familiar? Remember I used that voice as my Minnie Mouse, and then I kind of edited it to sound more like her.
Oh yeah, you did.
But then people kept on saying that I sound like a Minnie Mouse with a apple cutter in her throat. Or should I say cheese because she's a mouse?
Anyway, number one favorite impression of all time I always love doing is the Three Stooges. Like, your mug spread out. Okay, Mo. Yeah, certainly. Here.
Wow.
Do you think that like you like Kingdom Hearts?
I do.
I love Kingdom Hearts.
Can you imagine if they put the Three Stooges as characters in Kingdom Hearts?
Oh God.
Oh wow. Laughing from the entire game.
They need to add, I think it'd be good to add the Three Stooges. I wonder how they could get that done.
That's okay. One time, I don't even know why I did this, but I once actually I actually made a video with Kingdom Hearts where it sounded like Sora and Kairi wanted to have kids together before they left the island at the beginning.
You made a okay.
But I deleted it because after this whole cop incident, I deleted it because I thought it would be too inappropriate because it would be considered as a kid's content.
Wait, the whole what incident? The cops?
The Kappa incident on YouTube?
Oh, okay. I thought you said the police were getting involved with.
Oh no.
Yeah, if that's the case, I'll be saying Shaston's the one who told me to do it.
Time I did do a review about Kingdom Hearts, but much of my surprise, I had low views on it. Words of the late great Rodney Dangerfield.
Even on YouTube, I get no respect. No respect around here.
Ooh.
Man, imagine they put him in Kingdom Hearts.
Hey, I just saw something.
What?
Boom, boom, boom. I am on. Da-na-na-na, da-na-na-na,
Had to remind me what I did on my Iron Man review.
Okay, I just wondered, how did this turn from Nintendo to PS4 to reviews?
What if they put Doctor Who in Kingdom Hearts?
I would love that.
I would love. I mean, I would. I mean, it kind of made me imagine what if Disney owned
Doctor Who.
BBC
Well,
and have
I
Doctor
mean-
Who into it.
one thing I didn't notice, one thing I don't get is there has been a couple times where they would actually show Doctor Who on like Disney XD or something.
They didn't do exactly what I heard a rumor of that they were planning to do in the 90s.
Oh, about the whole Michael Jackson and
Yeah, I mean, Paramount was planning to do an American version of Doctor Who and have Michael Jackson as the Doctor and Bill Cosby as a companion. It's a huge nightmare, if you ask me.
Yeah. Well, that probably would. What if you put Bill Cosby and Michael Jackson, like had them hang out with the kids in Kingdom Hearts?
Why you, sir, coming out of that black box?
I'm the Doctor.
Doctor Who.
I'm a Time Lord.
Have you ever wondered what it would be like if they actually added like Michael Jackson and Bill Cosby as the companions instead of Donald and Goofy?
My
Oh
God.
man, yeah, that would be great. Like they were just hanging out with the 11-year-old kids.
Now I hear that having an American version of Doctor Who and have Seth Rogen as the Doctor. Imagine this.
Hey there, I'm the Doctor. How about we get to the TARDIS and get toked?
That sounds more like your Pete impression.
You little pipsqueak.
People has actually asked me if I'm the one playing those characters in Steamboat.
Really fun.
I'm like, no, I've only played the parrot. Well. Oh no, what should I do? Ooh.
Right, serious. I don't want to kill you. No, I just want to hurt you. Really bad.
What you should say about that, Pop?
What? Wow. You crack me up sometimes, you know that? There's times I can't stand you because you crack me up. Do you want me to show you that one picture again?
Oh my God, no. Please.
Well, the funny thing is, Pastor loves pictures like that. I've actually got a picture of Joker and Harley Quinn and posted my face on Joker and his wife's on Harley Quinn.
I think you put mine on Harley Quinn.
No, I put yours on a pig. Hey, I'll put yours on Daffy Duck or something. I didn't say Donald. I said Daffy.
Then you're despicable.
How can you get Donald and Daffy confused?
Because they're ducks, I guess that's why.
Probably, and they both had the name Duck in it.
I'll tell you what, I don't get those ducks.
What?
You guys.
Hey,
Oh,
fellas, I to the store, but thanks for having me on your podcast.
Problem.
yeah. I'll talk to you later today. Oh, he left. Okay. But okay, this has turned out really well.
Yeah, say it is. Yeah.
But
Good.
but it is. This is supposed to be a Nintendo spot topic. How did it go from Nintendo to PS4 to impressions?
It's simple. We just got a little sidetracked.
No, come on, you gotta admit this is hilarious.
Was pretty hilarious. When he said he don't give a duck.
Well, the funny thing is, the weird thing is, you know what? Ooh, that's good. Ooh, that's
God.
nice.
I can do that every time you post that darn picture again. But anyway, when he said he don't give a duck, it just reminds me of that funny text I saw in a British comedy. This guy always kept texting that one guy when they're supposed to steal something. And all of a sudden, he texts back to him saying, "Stop texting me, you ducking idiot."
Wow. That's funny. But I always wonder, when it comes, let's get back to Nintendo. What console of the Nintendo do you like better?
Yeah, another thing I also have as part of Nintendo is the Virtual Boy, but all that red and blackness it had in there, it really almost, it really did kill my eyes for a while, but it didn't give me a seizure. It was an okay thing. I also had a plain ordinary Game Boy.
Really?
Yeah. Sadly, it stopped working. Even if I put in batteries, it still wouldn't work. But I also have a Game Boy P.
A Game Boy P.
SP.
Oh.
The one it kind of
Oh,
it flips open like a cell phone.
Oh, like a Game Boy. Yeah.
And I beat Super Mario Brothers that thing.
Really?
It was the first time I ever beat a Mario, and I just beat it all the way through.
Huh. Well, for me, when it comes to Mario games, I kind of like I like the Luigi Mansion games.
Oh, that one. I have a Wii. Only game my grandma and I always love playing is House of the Dead. It's a shoot 'em up zombie game. Time when she feels like playing that game, she's like, "Hey, Michael, how about we shoot some zombies?" I'm like, okay.
I saw my baby crying hard and goodbye.
The other game my grandma plays on the Wii is that Jeopardy game because she loves trivia games. Did try some games on the Nintendo 64. The 3D was pretty good, but I just did not like some of the cutscenes are just pictures with dialogues in the bottom. I didn't like that.
The one thing is, I've tried the Nintendo 64 because my brother owns it because he likes to collect all vintage consoles.
Mm.
And the one thing I don't like is those squared controllers with only like 2 buttons for the jump and attack.
Yeah.
Where one side it had like a normal controller where it had like the T thing for you to move, and then the other side had like 2 red buttons and you wouldn't know which one's which.
Oh, yeah.
That's the one thing I hated about those.
only game I beat on the Nintendo 64 is Mario Party 3 I had.
Mario Party 3. I I played Mario Party 7, 8, and 9.
Also have that 7 game for Nintendo 64, but I haven't tried it yet.
Yeah. I used to own a Mario Party DS game, but I don't know where it went.
Also found the Super Mario 64, but I couldn't beat that giant bomb king character.
Really?
That's one problem I had.
Yeah, that's the one that I hate is how they do that. So, how long
I
do you
had a lot more games on the original Nintendo itself. I mean, I have like tons of Nintendo games, both good or bad.
Oh, really?
Mhm.
I
And
mean,
one game I did beat in the Nintendo is I found this Nintendo cartridge called Donkey Kong Classic, where Donkey Kong and Donkey Kong Jr. is in it, and I beat both of them.
really? I mean, there's been times I like games, but then there's times I don't because they're too hard to play.
I know. I always had that same problem. I mean, every time when I thought I was able to beat this, and then something shows up or something tricky happens, and I'm like, "Oh, come on!"
Like for me, every time when it comes to a hard a game that I can play, but it's a little bit hard, I always have to end up having to look up what to do online
Hmm.
and watch like videos or something about what to do.
Indeed.
That's the one issue I've always had with stuff like that. So how long do you think we should have this go for? Because we're already at like 30 minutes.
Well, I don't know what else to say. This has got to be like the shortest podcast you and I ever done, unless we. I don't know if you have this connected to the stream on YouTube.
No,
We can.
well right now we're just remember we're starting out as recording.
Oh, right, right, right. Just thought it would be a little longer if we had this
On
on,
Steam on
then
stream and people would comment.
have some people asking us some questions and such.
Yeah. People were asking me earlier if we're gonna be streaming because they wanted to watch it, but why they got upset when I said we were just gonna be starting out as recording and working our way up.
Mhm. I see.
But yeah, I think we'll end it here because
Okay.
because we're at 28 minutes.
Just say it was pretty fun while it lasts.
Right? Well, folks, this has been Geek Bros Lion and Multi Voice Reviewer Squad. I feel like I don't know what happened tonight because we were this was supposed to be a Nintendo topic tonight, but we ended up going from Nintendo to PS4 to voices to other stuff. So I don't know what happened tonight. What do you think?
I say we just went a little bit of a sidetrack because there's some people who just ask certain questions, different questions that is not Nintendo related.
I mean, it happens. So we'll all see you again next time. I don't know when, I don't know where, but we will be back.
We're back for more, ladies and gentlemen, so stay tuned.
Bye.